I'm Ron Coldiron. I'm with Democracy for America. I pulled my money out of Wells Fargo in 2002. See, I had been with a community bank for years, and then Wells Fargo bought them out. And so then I had to, after a while, their fees shot up, of course. So I found another community bank and moved my money.
We want people to realize that they should be putting their money in banks that are good for the community, and the big banks just take money out of the community.
What are we supposed to do when we have these big financial institutions that can throw around all this money and influence our politicians? Who's lobbying for the people? It's nobody.
Our money. Who's scared? They're scared. Whose voice? Our voice. Whose money? Our
If we can't get their lobbyists out of Congress, then let's just get our money out of their banks and let them crumble. My name is Bernardino Luciano Villaseñor. I'm a UT student, and I'm also an intern at the Workers' Defense Project, and a lot of our staff members have helped plan this bank action. So that's another reason I'm out here, because I'm really excited that my work's gotten so involved with this movement that seems to be happening, unfolding in front of us.
Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets?
Our streets!
Whose streets?
Our streets!
Whose streets?
Our streets!
Banks got bailed out. We got
Sold out! Banks got bailed out!
We got
Fargo customers! Wells Fargo customers! Inside! Wells Fargo customers!
We're a large bank, and I think we fall into the targeted group because of our size, but we do think we're a different kind of bank than the Wall Street banks. I think the Occupy movement has raised the awareness of how people are feeling out there, and maybe as a result of that, they are being more explicit in their reaction to things. But what's important to us is not Occupy Wall Street or Occupy Austin. What's important to us is to listen to our own customer base and make sure we're listening to them. And when we hear from them that a $3 debit card fee is not something that they want to do, then we don't do it. We backed off of it. So I think it was the right thing to do, and so I think our customers are happy about that.
The whole world is watching. The whole world is watching. The whole world is watching.
They were checking my record for warrants so they could arrest me on a warrant. I have none. Power to the people! Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Say what?
I'm Dave Cortez. I'm with the Bank Action Team at Occupy Austin. Today is a national day of action on all the bailout banks across the United States. Every city is moving on Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Citibank, and others. We've allied with the Workers' Defense Project, the American Dream, and Texans United for Families. We are here today to close our accounts and move that money into local credit unions.
What does democracy look like?
By empowering people to close their accounts and switch to local credit unions, it gives them a direct way that they can attack and fight back against Wall Street. Even though it's just $1 or $10,000, whatever it is they're moving, they now feel part of this movement, and we can further empower them and educate them and give them other opportunities to share their ideas and come out and occupy with us. And occupation is just going to continue until we have, one, created a safe space for free thought that will provide solutions to our corporate controlled bureaucracy, solutions to all the problems that have brought people together at Occupy Austin. Until that is achieved, until we have solutions and ideas in a safe space to create those ideas, we will be at City Hall. People will be in Tahrir Square in Egypt, across from City Hall in Houston, in San Jacinto Plaza in El Paso, Grant Park in Oakland. People will continue to be in their squares.
We've always, from the beginning, tried to work with Occupy Austin, and we'll continue to do that. It's hard to get a handle on a specific list of issues. I mean, I know generally that they're concerned about, feeling like, financial institutions, Wall Street, et cetera, has taken advantage of just regular people. And I certainly get that frustration and taxpayer dollars bailing out banks and so on and so forth. And I think there are lots of folks frustrated by what they saw, myself included, quite frankly. There's a First Amendment right here that we all have to be respectful of.
The Workers' Defense Project, since we're an organization that fights for working class people's rights, we've been seeing how these corporate banks don't align their business practices with our values, so we decided to invest our money with businesses that do align with our values. So today was an action in solidarity with a National Move Your Money Day, where people who are against the unethical business practices of major for-profit corporate banks are transferring their money out of those bank accounts into nonprofit local credit unions. I really hope that this keeps creating awareness about the problems of corporate banks' business practices, and I really appreciate how the Occupy movement and the Move Your Money Day actions have started pushing the blame towards the people really with the money, instead of the usual stories we hear about working class people or labor unions or immigrants having the blame for our economy, when really it's large corporations who control our economy.